So out there in the darkness, you can just about hear the owls hooting. I don't think you can't really make out the profile of the mountain yet, but we'll head out anyway. Maybe we'll see a shooting star. Right, we are climbing the footpath. It's pretty steep, deep steps, and a very, very sharp incline. Right from the beginning. So nice and steady. The sky's just starting to lighten up a little bit now. Let's see if I can show it. Right, we can just start to make out the ridge line now as we start heading up onto the shoulder. You can just see that fantastic sky, and there is not a breath of air. This is just, I couldn't have asked for more, really. Just exquisite. Right, we're, I suppose, about 10 minutes or so, and we'll be up on that ridge line up there on the top of my head. So we're just waiting for the sun to come up now, and then hopefully we'll get some really nice light photo. Take a few photographs. There's just a gentle breeze, but nothing that's going to affect proceedings at all. Which is a really nice result, because the forecast was for some fairly high winds, but we've been lucky. We've been really lucky. Right, well, there's the iconic sub-summit, and the summit is up there. There's a beautiful sort of purple hue to the sky. So we're going to go and get some breakfast now. So I'm going to go over this little summit here, by which time the sun will be coming up. I imagine the sun will be up in the next 10 minutes or so, and we'll cook up a bit of breakfast, and then we'll head up for the summit. Well, breakfast isn't quite as I imagined it. Some semi-warm porridge, but it's okay. So I think down there is Barmouth and the coast, so not very far away. We're on the lee of the hill in terms of the wind, so there's just a bit of a breeze, but nothing to worry about really. All in all, lovely day. Been joined by the RAF by the looks of things. say that I am higher than they are. I can't say exactly what my height is, but I'm nearing the Cadair Idris summit, main summit, so which is around, I don't know, what is it, 860, 880, something like that. Meters, that is. Oh, now the gradient shallowed. I'm suffering a very, very tight left calf muscle, which just came on instantly for no particular reason that I can fathom. 1 minute it was fine, and the next minute it was the way it is. So I'm having to take things a bit steadily, because if I tear a muscle, it's going to make the descent pretty miserable, and I can't really say, well, I'm not even going to attempt fade, so we'll just take it steady, and hopefully once we've cracked the summit, then we can start the descent.
ocean we lost ourselves. In the ocean I found new way. Life is hard as it gets us from everywhere. In the ocean you'll find yourself. Gets us from everywhere. In the ocean you'll find yourself.
There is hardly a breath of air. It's just unbelievable. Words do not do it justice. Third summit that I'm standing on, the one that is just this thing here that I'm standing on, not Cadair Idris's lower summit. And there's Cadair Idris main summit, and these sharp stones, they characterise the geology here, really. And I'm not going to bother going up there, so I shall now climb over the stile, and then we're heading on down, back down there. The final part of this walk is a very steep descent, and I mean, I certainly wouldn't want to climb up this way. They put in a fantastic stone staircase, effectively, but it's it is very steep, and walking sticks are the first time I've used them, and I'm glad I've got them, because this takes its toll on the knees, it really does.